Multi-select and match looks like it can be a huge time saver when you're using Zoho Books, but if you use it incorrectly, it can really screw up your reconciliation process at the end of the month. In this video, I'm going to talk you through what it is, and I'll show you the best times to use it and when not to use it. Whether you're just getting started in Zoho Books or you're trying to clean things up, you're in the right place. My name is Stephanie Smith, owner of New Light Financial Solutions, where we help business owners like you gain clarity around their finances. From support to those who are doing it on their own, all the way up to CFO advisory services, we will meet you where you're at. You can learn more about what we do on our website at newlightfs.com. The link is in the description. All right, now let's dive in. So you're in Zoho Books and ready to start categorizing, but there's a special feature called multi-select and match that you may need to use from time to time in certain situations. I'm going to show you exactly when you should use this and how it works. So this shows up on the banking tab when you are categorizing. So if you go to your banking tab and open up the account that you want to categorize your transactions in, you'll see the option over here that says multi-select and match. This functionality allows you to match multiple transactions listed here to one transaction in your book somewhere else. So for example, let's say I have this ACH credit for James Caldwell. It's a deposit. And I have another payment from him as well. And both of these match up to one invoice payment. Well, I can go to that invoice and I can record two separate payments to his account and then match each one of those to those payments. I can use the multi-select and match functionality to select both of these and match it to the one transactions at the same time. So if I select this to turn it on, you'll notice that a select link shows up next to each of the transactions. So if I select the two that I was just talking about, whenever you first select a transaction, it'll pop up with certain matches. So I know that there is a payment that I want to match this to, but you can see none of these match up. This is $1,000 and all of these possible matches are less than that. So it doesn't make sense. But if I go ahead and I select a second one, it will pop up with a refresh. So it wants to refetch any matching transaction. So I'm going to do that. In addition, I just want to point out that it does say you have selected two statements and the total over here. So this is helpful when you're keeping track of how much the total is for things you've selected. Now you'll notice though on this side, it says a best match, and there it is, an invoice for $1,649, which is exactly how much I need it to be for Caldwell. And I can just simply click the match button. And now both of those are matched to the one invoice. On the same note, you can do the same things for withdrawals. So let's say that I have a vendor, I paid a deposit to that vendor, and then I finished paying off that bill in the same month. So my vendor here is Riverside Floral. I have this one payment out, $220. That was my deposit. And then I pay them a little later with another check, $200. And I want to match both of these. So again, I'm going to select both of them and click refresh. And then up pops the bill that I have already put in the system for $420. So I can go ahead and match both of these to the one bill. And I'll show you where this shows up. On the All Transactions tab, here's that first one that I did, the customer payment. It's $1,649 is showing up over here. But if I look on the right-hand side at the transaction details, if you scroll down, you'll always see this multiple line items that you've matched to that one transaction. And so you can see that I have the 1,000 plus the 649, and that gives me the total of 1,649. So the same is true up here for my vendor payment. You can see the two lines that match what I put in. One thing I really want to call out that is super important is that this can be harder to reconcile when you're using this functionality, because on your reconciliation, it's going to lump these two things together as one transaction of the total. So instead of showing up like your bank statement will have $220 and $200, it's going to lump them together as $420. So it's really important to keep this in mind if you start using this feature. The situation that I use, this feature for the most is for payroll. So a lot of the times my customers will use a payroll software that does not integrate with Zoho Books, and I need to add payroll journal entries to accurately record payroll to the books. Typically 2 transactions or more will come in for net wages and for payroll taxes. So if you see here in my example, I have Gusto net wages and Gusto payroll taxes. The biggest mistake I see with payroll is that people will just log net wages to salaries and wages and this payroll taxes to payroll taxes. That understates wages and overstates taxes. I'll have to make another video that talks about that. Regardless, I need both of these to match the one journal entry I put in. So I need to be able to select both of them. And then when I click refresh, you can see I put in a journal entry for June payroll. And so this is how I put in payroll for all of my clients. I want to talk about the biggest mistake I see that people will do when using this feature. So I'm going to actually go over to my credit card account. What it feels like this feature should do is I can select all of the same transactions for a specific vendor. So let's say, for example, who do I have a lot of here? I'm going to go FedEx. Here's FedEx, and I should have another one. There's FedEx. I go to FedEx a lot. Here's FedEx. So I have 3 transactions for FedEx. I'm going to click this refresh. There's no matches. These are just expenses that I have in the system. So I think I'm just going to categorize all of these manually, and I'm going to put this into shipping and postage, select my vendor. I need to add a new one. And then I am going to click save. And you're like, man, that saved me a whole lot of time. I just categorized all these same transactions at one time. And if you scroll down, you'll see that they all got logged to that one transaction. So what I want to call out is that this feature and functionality is not for that. You should really not do this in this scenario, especially when transactions cross over months. In this example, there are 3 transactions. There's one in June, one in July, and one in August. So what will happen is Zoho lumps all of these together into one transaction. Just like I showed you before, if you go over to all transactions, and you find that what I just put in, it added a one-time transaction of $71.10 to your books. It didn't add 3 separate transactions just with the same vendor. So when I go to reconcile my June books, it's going to pull in the full $71.10, and there is not a way to select each of these separately. And then you will end up having an issue and a misbalance for your reconciliation. So I strongly encourage you not to use this functionality for this purpose. And if you want to speed up and make things faster when it comes to categorizing multiple things, what you want to do is set up rules. And I just did a video on setting up the rules, and then you can even have it auto add these transactions so you don't have to manually take care of them. But please do not use the multi-select and match feature for this purpose. That said, if you do have the scenarios that I put in before, I made sure that both of my invoice payments and both of my vendor payments were in the same month. It'll happen the same way. So if there's anything that crosses over months, this is really not the option for you. You would be better off adding a vendor payment or an invoice payment for each separate item and logging that and matching those, or logging them both as a partial payment by logging it as a specific payment type. So those are just things I want to call out as you use this feature. There are very limited scenarios that I think are actually useful with the multi-select and match. As I mentioned before, for me, it's really helpful for putting in payroll journal entries. Another option might be if you have multiple e-commerce payouts and you want to match those into one lump sum, or you're putting in a journal entry to add all of your transactions from your POS system at once and you need to multi-select all of them at the same time. That would be another option as well. Just keep in mind you don't want to cross over the months when you're doing this, or it can make reconciliation really challenging. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next tutorial. And if you want ongoing support with your bookkeeping, check out our DIY bookkeeping support membership. It's built for business owners who are doing their own books but want some help along the way. And if you ever get to the point where you'd rather just hand your books off, we do that too. All the links are in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.